Chairman, I am disappointed. There has been no hearing on this bill. The text has been available for 2 days. No member of this committee has read the bill. No member. Even the chairman says he hasn't read the bill. He held the bill to put in requests. Requests from who? They were not requests from this side of the aisle. Maybe there were some from that side of the aisle, but from what I can tell at looking at the bill, what I've seen, there were special interest requests that were being accommodated up until the last minute, but not members. And if the chairman hasn't read the whole bill, has he seen all these special interest requests that have gone in? Now yesterday, the Speaker said, this is from CQ today, Speaker Boehner made the unusual argument that spending money on highway projects under a bill he calls the American Energy and Infrastructure Jobs Act would not create jobs. You want to talk about delusional? I know he wanted to criticize the stimulus. I voted against the stimulus. The stimulus was 7% infrastructure, created a third of the jobs, and it was 42% tax cuts, which created goose egg jobs. If it had been all infrastructure, America would be at full employment, and we would be competing with the rest of the world with a state-of-the-art highway and transportation system. Instead, we're vaulting over the rest of the world. We're going from #1 with our national highway system that we pioneered in the world after World War II, thanks to Dwight D. Eisenhower. We're vaulting over the third world countries to what's fourth world. Someone who was formerly first world who's investing less of their GDP in a crumbling 1950s to 80s infrastructure than the third world countries around the world. That's where we're at. We can't make just-in-time delivery of goods. We're wasting, and the subcommittee chairman made the point, we're wasting billions of gallons of fuel and time for business and individuals in congestion, and guess what? This bill, which no one has read, will make that problem worse. It will not address that problem. If you're going to make public policy here that deals with America's infrastructure problems, it's going to take guts to confront the know-nothings out there who say this won't create jobs and it's not necessary for the economic future of this country, and it will take money. That's it, plain and simple. It doesn't create jobs. 440,000 hours in one bridge in my district of work. That doesn't include the steel that's gone in that bridge, the people extracted, the aggregate, the engineering time. That's on Interstate 5. Part of that is federal funds, and yes, part of it is due to one of those horrible earmarks. The second busiest highway system in the country. Critical link on the West Coast. Trade link. But we don't have the money to do those things anymore, we're being told. We're failing to distinguish between investment and consumption. The stimulus was consumption for the most part and damn little investment. But this committee needs to be about investment. And those of you who've been in business know, if you have a good plan and you go to the bank to borrow money to expand your business and you have a good plan, they'll lend it to you. That's investment. We need to invest in our nation's infrastructure as the most basic function of government. It was recognized by the Constitutional Convention. Basic. But we are walking away from that obligation with this farce. It is a farce. And we're also going back to I don't know what era. We're going to now say that mass transit is not an obligation of the Highway Trust Fund. We're going back to pre-1980s in this country. Wow. This is incredible. All to have the ruse that somehow we can deal with these problems without raising any money and investing in our country. This is a very sad day.
I thank the gentleman, and I think it's a very happy day for the American people to get this